Hey, Triple Fivers, whenever I'm looking at a newer boot brand such as Helm, and I've got the Hollis model here, I'm really wondering what are these boots going to look like in the long term once they're broken in. Of course, they're going to be beautiful out of box, as you can see here with these beautiful brown ones, but these black ones I've been wearing now for a few months. So let's take a look at the long term. Those of you that are familiar with Helm boots probably know that they're based out of Texas. They get their leather sourced from B Leather Tannery in the Dominican Republic, and then they're actually built in Brazil. So you're getting kind of an interesting global construction in the production of these boots. But what you get is quite a beautiful, in this case, cap toe boot with very nice stitching, very consistent build quality, as you can see. I was able to take these boots recently on a beautiful hunting trip up north in northern Minnesota, take them grouse hunting, go for some long walks. On those days, when you're out in the field, that's where you can appreciate the kind of lighter weight work style boot that you do get from Helms. And with the Helm boots, typically what you're looking for is something that isn't just the workwear aesthetic straight away, but also this nice combination of a little bit of dressiness, a little bit lighter weight build. That's evident, especially as you can see by something like the construction of these boots. With the Hollises, you do get a Blake welt, which is basically full stitching in the front part of the boot, and then the stitch goes through the midsole. On these older boots, as you can see, we basically have the same design, but the difference is that now we are looking at a full rubber outsole rather than a partial outsole. As you can see on the new boots, they have a full rubber outsole. You get that beautiful white line on the midsole. And let's just take a look on the inside of these boots real quick. As you can see, the leather on these black ones have broken in beautifully. I think the creasing is handsome, not disruptive. That's one thing I like a lot about cap toe boots in particular. It's just how nice those boots break in. The padded insole, I was a little concerned about this because on my Thursdays it actually started separating from the footbed, but that has not happened with these boots at all. And overall, my impression is that even though these black boots have had quite a few miles put on them, they are holding up very well. I'm looking forward to breaking in these brown boots more on these hikes that I'm often taking outside. You see, the thing is that I think that when you're spending $300 on a pair of boots, it is nice to have the versatility built in to have a boot that you could take out on a hunt or a hike, but then also be able to wear those same boots to work after that hunt or the next day. I don't think that these boots limit themselves in their style one way or another. The traditional welting does look handsome. It's not overbuilt, and my experience breaking them in has been very good. I think that if you like the style, you can trust that these boots are going to be a pretty normal fit, and they are going to look nice broken in. All right, closing thoughts. These definitely present as nicely as Allen Edmonds or etc. out of box. I like how they've moved to a full rubber mini commando sole. The wrinkling in the leather break-in is totally acceptable if you ask me. And so if you're willing to pay about $300 for a distinctive style of boot, you're not going to see these in your work environment. I think they've broken in very nicely, and I'd like to thank Helm for sending me these boots for review. I'd love to hear from you if you think that paying this much for a globally sourced boot is worth it, and any other thoughts you have in the comments below.